What's up, everybody? Welcome to podcast. Now, I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about another kind of depressing topic. I'm so sorry for these kind of videos over the last little while, but I want to talk about if The Last of Us 2 is going to be delayed. Now, this is, of course, because of the stuff that's going around the world. I will continue to not say it. YouTube continues to be very unpredictable in which videos, which channels in general they allow to even say the word. So I'm just going to, go by caution here and just say I'm not going to say the word at all. So obviously, a lot of things have been pushed, a lot of things have been delayed, a lot of things have been shut down because of this thing going around. And The Last of Us Part 2 is an interesting one, and gaming in general is an interesting one because what I feel like we're seeing, and I talked about this in past videos, the movie industry and the game industry are very different, right? And they've obviously always been very different, but even in a crisis, I think we can call it, like this, we're honestly seeing, I think, the difference between the two in that with movies, you're kind of seeing everything be impacted, literally everything, because you need to be able to film your movie in order to have anything. In order to do that, you need to be in remote locations, you need to have a lot of people close together, and you truly do need to have that. So movies are being delayed, movies that are supposed to be coming out, right, that are already done. I mean, Fast 9 has probably already been edited, is probably all ready to go, because it's only supposed to be released in another 2 months, but because of all the restrictions on movie theaters and pretty much like public gatherings, you can't have it, right? Black Widow, A Quiet Place, all these kind of things. You're also seeing it with movies that haven't released yet, right? Or not even are close to releasing, but are in the production stages or even pre-production, because in order to do those things, again, you need to go to locations, you need to have people there setting things up, and those things are just not happening. We talked yesterday about the Batman movie being delayed 2 weeks, and that is pretty tame because we're seeing a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows, and we're seeing a lot of companies, I should say, Disney, Warner Bros., Netflix, just shutting down all production of pretty much everything, literally everything. Now, again, the how long, the length of them, it definitely varies between each company. And again, for like the Batman movie, it's only 2 weeks, which isn't that big of a deal. But going to the topic of this video for The Last of Us, for games, it hasn't necessarily impacted them that we know of yet. And that's mainly because they're keeping quiet with a lot of things. There's been rumors floating, honestly, for the last week that the PS5 and Xbox Series X could very well be delayed because of just production, because of shipping it, just because of those things are not possible right now. And the things that they need to get done right now to ensure that these consoles release in November, they aren't happening. But they're keeping very, very quiet with these things. But again, a good thing about the gaming industry is you can actually accomplish a lot separate. It's weird because as gamers, we all kind of unite. We unite online. We unite by buying the same game and talking about it online. We the owners of the PlayStation 4, the owners of the Nintendo Switch, or the owners of the Series X, we all are our own community, right? But we're not sitting next to each other. We're not all in the same room. So it's weird because we're kind of all united. We always have been united, but we've always kind of been separate. Now, the actual gaming developers, the ones making the games, they are all together in offices, right? Now, while that is most likely across the board all being stopped and they're all probably being sent home, the thing is you can work from home for games. The question being is how much can you get done away from the office? How much can you truly get done when you're working on a game separate? And by separate, I mean different houses, different apartments, different condos, different everything, rather than together in an office. And besides that, it's also about shipping concerns. Now, there's a lot. There's honestly a lot to discuss, and I honestly go back and forth with The Last of Us because there are so many variables. There's the finishing production because they are still making it. Now, I mean, at this point of the game, literally because the game releases in 2 months, at this point, they are just polishing. The game hasn't gone gold. Nowhere have I seen that it's gone gold, so it's not finished yet. But most likely, they're just polishing, okay? They're not still recording scenes with Ashley Johnson, Troy Baker, stuff like that. They're not doing that. They've wrapped all that, right? At this point, it's just all the kind of the tedious work or the stuff that's going to make, and game developers have talked about it a lot. Those last couple months are extremely important. Those last finishing touches on games are the difference between a good game and a great game and an amazing or like a masterpiece kind of game. And even Naughty Dog, I believe, has specifically said that in the past. That last kind of crunch time is very, very important, especially to a studio like Naughty Dog, especially to these kind of high quality games. They're everything because, again, they're the difference between, well, it's an 8 out of 5 out of 10, or it's, oh my God, this is a game of the year, game of the generation. And to be quite honest, it's that close. So you have that. Does that get impacted at all if the studio gets shut down, if they have to work from home? How does that impact it? shipping it. Now, we're having games released still. Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing, those still released this Friday, but things aren't the worst. And also, another variable is you got to look at it around the world. Now, I'm just thinking about this from the United States of America, right? Just from where I live. And obviously, yes, things are getting worse here, but in some places things are getting better, or some places it's peaked. And so everybody in different areas, we're all experiencing different things. And by the way, I do want to make this clear. I'm not pushing fear. I'm actually not afraid at all. I'm very calm, very cool. I have 1,000% faith that it is going to go away and we're all going to be fine. I'm in that camp. So I don't want to make it seem like, I'm falling for all the fake hysteria, because I've tried to say that in as many videos as I can, but I'm not falling for it. I'm not in, and again, I guess you can, and I guess the idea of falling for it, we'll get away from that. It's too political, right? Believe whatever you want to believe. Just be prepared, and just know that we're all in it together. That's all. I mean, that's the message I've always pushed. We're all in this together. We'll all make it out together. End of story, right? No matter how else you feel about it in any way, that's kind of irrelevant. But again, it does matter where you live. So different places have different situations going. But like shipping, is shipping going to start to become an issue for places that it still hasn't reached its peak yet? Is shipping going to actually work for places that have reached its peak and by May, will be gone? Another thing to think about is by the end of May, this certainly should probably be gone. I mean, I'm not a health expert. I'm not in the government, but you look at a lot of forecasts, you look at just a lot of things in general, and you do reach a peak, and then you eventually fall down. And again, some places are already on that decline of less and less cases. Some places have just hit its peak. Some places are about to hit its peak. So by May, and you see a lot of these guidelines, they're for 8 weeks, or they're for a month. They're till early April. So, and things can be changed very, very quickly as well. As we've seen in a negative way, things can be reversed in a positive way in a moment's notice. So you have that as well. Do things ramp up and get really good in 2 weeks? We don't know. But by the end of May, you'd assume things would be better. So does that impact it? There's a lot. The final thing, the thing that Tyler, who's also on this channel, has mentioned to me quite a bit is this. Think about what the idea of The Last of Us is. This thing, the V word, in a different way. Obviously, for The Last of Us, it's an infection, and they've gone into huge details of how realistic it actually could very well be, obviously an ants and stuff, right? But think about the message of that game, not intentionally, but literally just what that game is about. Is the world gonna push it away, because of the content matter? I don't honestly know. I feel like saying it is kind of crazy. Saying it like that is kind of crazy, and most people will be like, absolutely not. People aren't that stupid. But you know what? People are that stupid, especially I don't want it to get a bad reputation. I don't want media, I don't want people outside of the core gamers to look at a game like this and be like, is it too soon for a game like this to release? Now you could go, well, is A Quiet Place, that's a lot different, right? Because we're not in a global extinction kind of period. But you could, I guess you could probably argue that though, right? But The Last of Us is, I guess, so similar to what's going on. It's very, very different, but it's similar enough where, again, the crazy people or the stupid people out there, or the media, I'll just say the media, would take that leap. And I'm just a little worried because of that. So does that push this game out? Now, from everything we've seen from Neil Druckmann, everything we've seen from Naughty Dog, seems like it's full steam ahead. They're not delaying this game. They're not pushing it off. They're being very complimentary of each other, which is fine. Now, you could argue, are they saying it like that because they're trying to basically hint you guys have done such an amazing job, it really, really sucks, but we're going to have to delay this game one more time? I don't know. And again, things can change, honestly, in a moment's notice. The game could be delayed tomorrow. The game could be delayed the next day. At the same point, again, we could start seeing in a few weeks things getting a lot better, and then there's absolutely actually no reason to delay the game. So it's difficult. This is not a video or a topic that I even wanted to make. Truly, I love The Last of Us. It's one of my favorite franchises ever, even though there's only one game. I cannot wait for the second game. I'm getting it day one. I'm very, very excited for it, but at the same time, you do have to be prepared for anything. And in terms of like life, we all have, there's more important things than video games. I understand that. Being from this channel, trying to take things, just talking about the entertainment industry, trying to take it a little bit easier, like for you guys, it still is a more serious topic for that kind of a medium, right? I really, really hope this game does not get delayed. I really hope this game does not get pushed. At the same time, though, I think it's something that we all have to be ready for, just like the reality that maybe the PS5 and Series X could be delayed. Anything. I mean, at this point, anything could be delayed. Anything could be pushed. I think as long as we have that in our minds that it could happen, we just won't be disappointed. And again, there is the faction of people that would say, like, well, what does it even matter? That's not important right now. I get that. I honestly do get that. But at the same time, we're not that kind of channel. I'm not that kind of person that's just going to be doom and gloom for the human society. That's not me as a human, so I'm not going to do it. Gaming-wise, though, does it impact it? Yeah, it very well could. Can we talk about it? Absolutely. And should we talk about it? I think so. So, guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think this game is going to be delayed for whatever reason? We went over a couple of reasons in this video, but let me know if you have your own in the comments. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel Podcast Now. Hit that bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. And thank you so much for watching. Keep safe, everybody. I have 1,000% belief that this thing is going to blow over. We're all going to be just fine. So, again, be prepared for anything. Keep safe. We're all in this fight together. If you guys need to talk to anybody, we have our Discord server, we have our Twitter, we have our YouTube channel. You can talk to me. You can talk to any of our community members, anybody, okay? We're all in this together. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.